guys, I wanted to share a little bit of a packing video with you. I haven't done this in a really long time, and it just so happens that it is time for my Soap of the Month Club boxes to go out, and I have quite a few orders to pack up too. So it's been a very good week for me in sales. I just wanted to do a bit of this more of a relaxed, chatty video, talk about some of the things I'm packing up, and then kind of give you updates on different things that's going on in my life. If you're interested in any of that, please stay tuned. I have just a few of my Soap of the Month Club orders to pack up. Nora had just placed an order a couple, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, and I normally would have asked, do you want to just hold off and wait until the Soap of the Month? But I didn't even think about it, and I just kind of sent it. But she ordered a face mask, and I forgot to add the card that goes with that face mask. So I'm going to add the card into her Soap of the Month box. So I'm going to just explain myself real quick. All right, guys, how you been? It is March 9th for me. I'm not sure when this is going to air, probably in a couple weeks. So let's talk about the Soap of the Month Club real quick. I just took my nail polish off, and like my nails are so weak that it hurts to do some of this stuff. That's almost why I always wear nail polish, because my nails are like paper if I don't have that nail polish on. Maybe that's why they're like paper. So I have these 6x4x2 boxes. Almost every single time this is what goes out in my Soap of the Month Club. And I have my teal tissue, just like so. This month is Golden Oats. Isn't that a cute little bar? At first I wasn't sure if I liked this, but the more it has cured, the more it's just kind of, I don't know, kind of morphed into a real pleasant scent. It smells quite honey forward, or it did when I first cut it. I don't love the smell of honey. Now I do love to eat it, but smelling a honey isn't totally my favorite. But this one's actually not bad, and I don't even know if it's supposed to smell like honey. It's a brambleberry scent. But it definitely has almost like an oatmeal, milk and honey vibe to it, which is supposed to be really popular, so I don't know. I also switched the extra that is going in the boxes this time, just because it's like I need to get the shower steamer. It's a shower steamer, and I'm thinking it needs to get out because we're in cold season, and there's this weird cough going around again. And it's just soothing to have a shower steamer. So I wanted to put this out there while the cold season is with us. I try to do the cold season type of things, like the shower steamers and my heat sensitive things. So I pushed back my heat sensitive item that I'm going to ship next month, but I think I'm still going to be safe to ship it next month, even though it can't ship in the summer because it's just one of those type of products. Stay tuned to find out. All right, so I'm just packing it just like this in a little bag. Put that in there and add a little shred. And then I do add a sample of next month's soap. And this one is lemon poppy seed. And then I add the ingredients and the name. I have changed the way I do these samples 100 different times. I never really can land on exactly how I want to do it right now. I find that just doing it on construction paper and cutting it out is easy, it's cheaper, and the bag is just, it's okay. I don't love it, but I think I may stick with this thing, these little gauze bags and cardstock, instead of the plasticky bags that I actually am putting my steamer in, and sticker. So I think I like this better. Oh, her card for face mask. I also have a little Soap of the Month Club sticker on here and her packing slip. So I've been going back and forth for a while about maybe dropping Soap in the Month Club. Yeah, I really have, because it's one of those things back last year at the end of the year when I was really trying to go away from any sort of stressors in my business, because I was so overwhelmed last year that I felt like maybe that's something I should do. But I kept it because it is a monthly income. And then this month again, I lost another person. I lost a subscriber. And I don't want, if you watch this, I'm not saying your name, but if you're watching this, I don't blame anybody. So my things fell. I don't have hard feelings for anybody leaving my club. Like if you guys are in my club and you've been there, I know at some point I feel like there's like, you'll feel bad to me if you drop out. I don't want anybody to be in the club out of obligation. And if hard times come and money is an issue for everybody, I get it. This is not a necessity, right? So, that being all said, I'm not upset and I'm not offended, not mad at all. But I mean, I'm down to 10 subscribers, and my highest I think was 15. 1 month I had 15. And I'm thinking, is it worth me to continue? I think if I lost a couple more, I would drop it. But I keep thinking I'm going to do one more push to, I've done that a couple times. I'm going to say, I'm doing one more push to really try to get this going. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had about 15 to 20. I really, if I had 15 or 20, then it would be no question. I would keep it for sure. Then it's worth it. 10 or under, I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's where I'm at. But I also feel like the last few soaps I've made for the Soap in the Month Club, and I'm not trying to be down on myself or anything, so please don't think that. I just truly don't think that I have put my heart into those soaps. This month and next month as well. I just feel like I need to be a little bit more vested in the soaps that I bring out. When I first started, the first, year, I really was. Every month was like special, and I put a lot of thought into them, and I feel like I haven't done that this time in the last few months, 6 months maybe. And I think it could be that the last 6 months of last year, I was so overwhelmed that I couldn't. And I'm still working. I mean, this is from last year. This month and April, they're from last year when I was in this really overwhelmed state. I want to give myself a chance to get past that and see what I can do. And maybe that's why I'm feeling like my soaps haven't been what I would want them to be for the Soap in the Month, and give myself a chance to fix that. And then go from there. And then maybe I would get more subscribers. All right. So this is the last one. This is Lynn's. I think the last one I have ready. And printed off my labels. I don't have my trash can in here. I think I took it out to wash. It was kind of gross. I don't put anything wet in it. It's paper products, so I don't have any sort of bag. Something got in there. I had to go wash it. Guys, this was I feel so blessed about these orders. I cannot believe I had so many orders here. So 2 of my orders that I have to pack are Soap in the Month Club that they ordered more. So I'm going to shut the camera off, and I'm going to at least get these 2 pulled from my product room and brought in here before we move on to the other ones. I just like to keep these a little bit separate so I don't forget any of these things that need to go in these boxes. So I will be right back. And then I want to talk to you a little bit more about my rooms here, because yesterday was my video of the upstairs decluttering and cleaning, and it was mostly just how I organize my stuff up here. There wasn't a whole lot of decluttering to do up here, but so that was the main focus of that video, I guess. But anyway, there's been a little bit of a change for my product room I'm really excited about, and it's completely different than what I thought I was going to do in that room. So I'm going to pull these and then I'm going to share that with you. Okay, I have the last 2 Soap of the Month clubs ready to go. So Kathy, thank you for your extra order. All right, so I'm going to get your Golden Oats bar in here. And then your shower steamer. And I meant to tell you guys that I am bringing a video of my shower steamer making and the recipe for you guys. It took me a long time to come up with a recipe that I'm actually very happy with. So I hope that you guys can watch that and try my recipe. It's different than most recipes. It's very wet. It's a very, very wet recipe, but it just, I don't know. I keep feeling like I need to change that, but it works for me and I'm not changing it. It is what it is. It's a wet, sandy recipe. So those are for Soap of the Month Club. Now, she also ordered a Zesty Cedar Wood shampoo bar, which I am updating my packaging. I have to figure out my pictures. I still have quite a few of these boxes left, so I'm trying to utilize these boxes until they're gone. But I do have nicer boxes for them when those go away, when those are gone. So I'm happy about that. It took me a long time to find the boxes that fit my heart shape, because they're the heart shape. I don't know if you can see that. And that's a hard box to find, but I found it on Webstaurant. It's a candy box on Webstaurant and it works perfectly. And then Kathy also has some bath bomb powder that I have, and she ordered what? Stress. I'm double checking myself. And I think I can get this right like that. All right, this will work perfectly. And then this is an order, so she is also going to get a soap sample or so. And I think I'll go ahead and throw in a citrus agave. I like this soap so much. You guys probably know this about me. It's one of my favorite soaps. So I am going to throw that in there for her. My soap samples are a lot smaller than they used to be. It's kind of funny. I made them a lot smaller and now I have way too many. And then when I have them my normal size where I used to do it, then I would run out. So I need to have a happy medium for those sizes. And I'm still going to put my Soap of the Month Club sticker on here. And I don't write thank you notes on my Soap of the Month Club packing slips. Usually it's too much for me. But I do write a thank you note for regular orders. So I am going to add a little thank you note to Kathy. You know, sometimes you just don't know what to say. I mean, how many different ways can you say thank you? I don't know the answer to that. Obviously, we write thank you. And I always want to say something a little personal, but I just don't always have the words to put a super personal thank you on the packing slip. So sometimes I'm really good and sometimes I'm not. So Kathy, I think it was just a thank you. But I think you know. You know that I really appreciate you. I hope you know. So I use Pirate Ship for my orders. And let's see. I am using a 6x6x3. I am going to go weigh this real quick and see where we're at with the weight before I print this. 1.3. Let me fix this. Guys, are you having trouble with the USPS? I am. Golly. So I haven't looked lately. There were 2 orders from last month that were still not delivered the last time I looked. I just think that's horrible. I had a package lost from Nature's Garden. It was 50 pounds of BTMS. I think it was 50 pounds of BTMS. Maybe it was SCI. Something. It was one of those. And pumps. Never got it. So I did a lost package request through the post office. It's been accepted for a month. It says contact them if it's been accepted for more than 2 days. They won't even take an email at this point, I don't think. It's unreal. It does make me nervous to use the post office at this point. Let me see if I can, well, one is out for delivery, and that was February 24th. Gosh. See if there's any others. Okay, so they're all getting there. They're just taking a really long time. Well, I feel better that they're actually getting to people. Where are we at? Oh, my rooms. While we pack up Sarah's order. Sarah ordered. I'm so excited about this order because I love it when somebody orders like a whole array of different items and different types of items. I just think it's fun to pack. So thanks, Sarah. Let's talk about your order as we talk about my room. So guys, I can't hardly do two things at once. I have very recently gotten into making homemade breads, and sourdough bread. I have a sourdough starter now, and I'm all into that, and I'm always making something with that. Well, that's kind of transitioned into my wanting to mill my own flour. I've been reading up a lot and watching a lot of YouTubes on freshly milled flour and the difference that has opposed to what you can buy in the store, and I want to mill our own flours. Now, this is all like getting a little out of control, but I can't help it. So I bought a grain mill. I'm buying wheat berries, and I'm going to start milling my own flour. But I also want to start preserving our food and having more of those homemade things. Now, here's a couple things. One, we have no room for a garden. There is no sun. Well, our front yard has sun, but I can't really see putting a garden out there. Some houses it works, but it's just weird to have a garden in your front yard. And I know me, I don't really garden, guys. I've tried to garden a couple times and I suck at it because I don't want to go work it. I want the end results, but I don't want to work for them. But I used to love to preserve. I used to preserve so much. But back then when I was younger, I was like maybe 25 or 30. I preserved all the sweet stuff. Jams and apple pie filling and peach pie filling. And I did can green beans. And thankfully we didn't eat it, or I would have just like killed us all, because I water bathed the green beans and didn't know that was like a huge thing you're not supposed to do. You have to pressure can them. I didn't know that. Thankfully we didn't eat any. So, but most of back then it was the sweet stuff. But now I want to start preserving again. I used to love to do that stuff. So I want to buy beans and tomatoes, and I want to go to the farmers markets and do all of this stuff. And it's just something I really enjoy. So like this weekend, I have done nothing but cook. I meant to go down and make soap. I was going to make deodorant because I have a construction guy that he orders 24 tubes of deodorant at a time, and he wants sandalwood vanilla. So he's special ordering 6 tubes of just sandalwood vanilla. And, you know, he's a really good customer. That's a huge order for me to fill every year or so. So if he wants 6 sandalwood vanillas, I'm going to make them. But I have not gone down there and done it yet. And all I've done this weekend is cook. I've made freezer meals. I've made breads. I've made croissants. I've made tortillas, which I'm struggling with, but I've never made tortillas before. My edges are hard. If you know, let me know. So I've just been cooking all weekend. Where am I going? Oh, my room. So I told my husband that I really want that turn part of this room into a pantry. Where the keyboard was and my wax melting station was gonna go, I now want to have pantry shelves in there. Our kitchen is fairly large if you look at the footprint of it, but there's a lot of unusable space in there, and the counter and the cabinet is not very much. I mean, I have maybe 4 cabinets and a handful of drawers, and then maybe another 3 or 4 cabinets on top. By the time you put appliances and dishes and pots and pans and towels, there's no room in our kitchen for food. We have a little bit of a pantry, but it's narrow. It's like 18, 12, 16 inches wide and really deep. So you can't really put a lot in there and then try to dig for things. You don't know you can't see what you have. Anyway, let's add in, what are we gonna add? Sarah deodorant, speaking of deodorant. And it's a balm, right? Let me double check myself. Yes, I love the balms. Those are my favorite, by the way. So anyway, I want to put the pantry in this room, and I'm so excited. So Sarah also ordered some bubble bath candy. This I don't think I'm gonna make again. It didn't really sell very well. It's weird. It started off green and it's become yellow. So I don't remember if it's lakes or what in here or dyes, but it faded to a yellow. I'm gonna put that in the bottom because it crumbles, and if it crumbles a little more, it's fine. Let me get some bubble wrap. Where I usually have a box under me for bubble wrap. So it's kind of like my new obsession is home scratch cooking, which I've always been kind of like that. Canning, preserving my own foods. I can't help it. I'm all in on that right now. So that's what I've been doing this weekend, is just a ton of cooking. I don't have any more. Let me see what I've got here. Maybe I'll just do it that way. I think that's safe. There's bubble wrap between them. There's that. So what about my wax melt here? Well, by the by, sweet Linda gifted me a wax melter, guys. Linda, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I still have not gotten to use it. But when I make wax melts, it is a huge endeavor, and I usually spend a full weekend making wax melts. And I just have not had a free weekend to do that with craft shows and different things like that, cooking. I gotta think about what I'm doing here. Oh, white tea and sage. It's one of my shred soaps. This is a little bit cheaper just because it's a little bit smaller, but it smells really good. Get her shower steamer in there. So what I think I'm gonna do with the wax melter that Linda gave me. So let me back up a little bit. So I'm still in the thought process of buying a wax melter, but like the 19 liter, I think, or one of those great big ones. So that would be for wax melts. What I had in mind before Linda gifted me a brand new wax melter, it was so sweet, was that I would have to deal with my little Presto pot for candles. Well, Linda's is much bigger. It's like a Presto pot, but it's huge, and it has the nice spout on it. And so that will be perfect for candles if I go ahead and buy a great big one for wax melts. Right now, that one is going to be my wax melt one, and my smaller one will be for candles. My wax melt wax need is much higher than my candle need. The problem with my smaller one for candles is I can't put enough wax in there to do 12 candles. I can only do about 6 candles. Where Linda's, when I get to the point of using that for candles, I think easily I could hold 9 candles, which is really what I prefer to do, is 9. My shelf holds 3 candles front to back. And so having the 3 rows would be perfect. Right now I have 4 rows of the 3, and it's a little overkill for me. I don't sell that many candles. So anyway, I'm just super excited. So when that happens in there, I think I'm going to just find a narrow table that I can use as my wax station and have a small bun rack. There's no reason for me to spend a lot of money on a big stainless steel table in there. There's just no reason for that. So that's kind of where that's at. I'm very excited for that. But it was so sweet. So Linda, thank you. Gosh, I can't wait to do it. I've got a whole bucket of wax fragrance oils pulled to test and make wax melts with. So I'm putting a piece of paper that I just reused from orders in here because I don't have any of my bubble wrap, and I usually would put these in bubble wrap. These are bath bombs. So we have Siren's Call. That's kind of a new one. And we have Pink Sands. I think I've had Pink Sands before. And then Spa Day. Now Spa Day is not the most popular scent, but I adore it. I think it's a really great relaxing bath bomb scent. I'm going to put a little shred around all of that. Did I put this? Oh, I wrapped those bottles up in the bubble wrap and didn't even talk about them. So she ordered a face cream, the hyaluronic acid face cream. I've had that thing for several years. It is so great for your face. And then she ordered the calendula oat face mask. She's getting a card. I have made sure I remembered the card this time. So I'm going to put that in right there. And I'm going to hold off on that. Let me see. Spa Day, deodorant, bubble bath candy, white tea, citrus. Oh, and then Citrus Sunshine wax melts. So this is such a good one, guys. I really like this. So guys, check this out. These are a little hard to ship just because they're big, and I usually have to fold them down. I don't know if you know this, but Clear Bags will send you free samples of pretty much any product that you request. So I requested this size to see if they would work with my wax melts. I'm trying to figure out my pricing and my price points on these, and I'm going back and forth between putting 2.5 and 3 ounces in these bigger bags because they don't look very full. But my price points aren't really working out for me to do that, and I really want to try to keep my prices low. These, I can really easily get 2 ounces in here, but if I really work at it, I can get 2.5 ounces in this bag. But visually, it looks full, so perceived value is going to be better on this than a bigger bag. And it's easier to ship. And it's going to be easier to hang and maybe have an extra row of scents. So I have 500 of these left though. And I asked Clear Bags if I could return them, and they said no. Well, it had been like 2 years. And it's like, I knew it was a long shot that they would accept a return, but I'm excited to do that. So I need to sell lots of wax melts to get these used up so I can move on to those. And I think once I do that, I might be able to even drop my prices a little bit. Sarah's is done. Gosh, that was wordy. Very, very wordy. I need to give her a sample too. This last craft show, I actually have some samples in this little tote, and I have my scale with me, and I'm selling them for $1 an ounce. I only had 2 people buy them at my last show. So I'm not sure if they just didn't see it or if they are not interested in that. She's getting a Wildflower Breeze one. I really like this sample, this soap. And I do have a video coming on that beautiful, beautiful soap. That'll be in a couple weeks, I think. I never know what order. I try to put my soaps in the order that I made the soap, other than soap of the month. That way if I talk about things, it's not like weird if they're off. But this is a big order, so I am going to go ahead and give her another soap sample. And I'm just trying to find the ones I already have labels for. I'm going to go ahead and give her a citrus agave one. Just because it's one of my favorites. And I like to share my favorites. She won't know which one is meant for next month. Neither will Kathy, unless they watch this video. All right, Sarah, you are set. Now this is a Sephora box that my friend Diana brought in to work for me for one of our larger orders. So let me go tape this and weigh it real quick. And that reminds me, I need to refund Kathy a little bit of money. So Kathy's was 8 something. Let me look. So it was $8.24. She paid $5 for the soap of the month. And let me find it. And she paid $8 for the one. So I'm just going to refund the $5 for the soap of the month club. I'm just going to refund that. Golly, really? Guys, this soap of the month club makes me so mad. It should I have to keep going in on my product and keep adjusting the inventory. I have an app that is supposed to take care of the inventory for me. Let me look at my products. I'm getting off on a rabbit trail, but this is so maddening to me. It should not be this way. I have -5 in stock. And so that is going to stop people from ordering because it's going to show out of stock. Oh, this is so maddening. I don't know what to do other than every month. Maybe I make myself a note every month to adjust this back up. I'm so frustrated with that. Anyway, let me go reimburse her $5. That's done. And so now I need to see what Sarah paid for this one, which really should be free shipping. My free shipping doesn't automatically apply anymore. I had to change that for wholesale reasons. So I'm going to refund her the full $8 for her big order. 3.4 pounds. That's 10, 6.5, 5. I don't know how like particular the post office is about their links and things like that. I try to be pretty accurate just in case, but. So I have this nice big monitor up here and it doesn't work. And what's funny is I can walk away and an hour later come back in here and it's on. There's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'll mess with like the display settings. That'll like fix it for a little while. All right, that was a fun order. I have 3 more orders to fill. So I'm gonna go pull these and get the boxes ready so that we can get going because it's getting late. I'm starting to get hungry and I need to make I'm making croissants. So I made tortillas, I've made croissants, I made sourdough bread, the best sourdough bread I've ever made, and I overproofed it. The oven was busy, I couldn't get it in there in time. So hopefully it turns out okay. I'm not sure, I think maybe my shred thing hit the power strip that shut off my monitor. So that's why it currently wasn't working today. It is now working. That doesn't change the fact, guys, that this thing will randomly not work, okay? It's not, I'm not that crazy. It is so nice to have this working and being able to see nicely what I'm doing. So let's do Karen's first. Let me write on here real quick. Karen is a sweet, sweet person, and she buys my salad dish soaps all the time. So guys, if you need to know whether these things are good, Karen will tell you. I don't even remember. Karen, I don't know if you watch these videos, but if you do, I'm not sure if you saw me on YouTube or social media, or if you bought this at a craft show. I'm not sure where you found me. Oh, my handwriting. Gosh, it's so embarrassing. This time she ordered 3 refills. And I also sell the refill brush scrubber. So she got one of those as well. I don't mark up the price of the scrubbers by much. I think I maybe just round up to the nearest dollar. I get them on Amazon. Anybody can get them on Amazon. I try to buy them like in the 24 pack so that they're cheaper for me and you. But certainly, I mean, you can buy like a 6 pack on Amazon. Then you're storing them. I can store them for you with a tiny little markup, but I'm not looking to make money on something that I literally buy from Amazon and put in a basket. So, but it does help you, and so I want to help anybody that I can as far as, you know, storing these for you. I have to store them anyway, right? Might as well store them for you too. So let me put the 3 in here. I had to kind of get a bigger box because I thought my white like soap of the month club boxes, it would fit in there, but it's just a tiny bit too short. So it looks fairly empty in here, but I don't know what else to do. I think I will put a little bit of this brown paper in here to save on some shred. Yeah, keep it full. Like so. And I need to put my sample in here. Let's see what Karen is going to get. So I just had to have half a piece of bread. I know I shouldn't cut into it when it's still warm, and it's just a tiny bit warm, so hopefully it won't mess it up too much. Let me do a rosemary peppermint sage. Where is that at? Karen, I hope you like this one. This is a soap. I also have a video coming. Let me get some stuff on my making this. And it is a soap I made when I very first started making soap. And I had to buy sage essential oil for it. But it's such a good scent. I really like it. So I need to take one to my friend, Diana. I forgot. She really liked this too back in the day. It is an oldie but a goodie. All right, Karen, let's get you taped up and see how much this is going to cost. Now, I really do try to reimburse shipping if it's more than $1 than what you pay. I can't say I always remember to do that or remember to look to see what you paid. And it might be a little bit easier if I went through Shopify to print my labels, but you paid $8. All right, let's see what this is. But I go through pirate ship, so it's just like it's back and forth so much. Hang on. What'd I say? She paid $8. I'll reimburse her $1. Another thing that happens when I do the reimbursement, I think the email that customers get, even though I'm putting on here that I'm reimbursing shipping, they don't know what that reimbursement is for, which is annoying. And then I have to remember to make this change in my software when I go to input all these orders. And sometimes I forget to do that too. Oh my gosh, all I want to do is go eat more bread. I have no words for the orders that I received in the last, 3 or 4 days. It's just been amazing. And I'm so blessed and so I can't believe the orders that came through. And so thankful to everybody that orders from me. It is really a special, special thing. So Kimberly is a customer that my sister-in-law shared my products with her, and she has been a great customer ever since, and she really likes the shampoo and conditioner bars. So she has 4 conditioner bars. So here's the boxes I was talking about. It's kind of gonna glare. These boxes I get from Webstaurant. Let me open one. And these fit in there, these conditioner bars fit in there perfectly. Now I have them shrink wrapped, but I don't seal them because I think that's harder to open. So this way they're loose and you can open them easier. I've actually stopped sealing the shampoo bars too, maybe just a tiny bit, but it's just easier to open that shrink wrap when it's not super tight. So she had ordered 4 of these shampoo bars. And also, while I'm on the subject of these boxes, the dish soaps are gonna go into these boxes as soon as they are done with that. I think I have 1 more packaged like this, and then they are gonna now go in these boxes. So I'm getting a lot of use out of these boxes with those. The shampoo bars are gonna go in there. The conditioner bars are gonna go in there. So I'm really happy with that. She also ordered 2 of the lavender woods. Now this is more for your dry or curly hair. And 2 of the burst shampoo bars. And this is also for the dry to curly hair. I want to go see. These have barcodes on them. I want to see if there's some in there that don't have barcodes, because mostly my barcodes are for craft shows. So let me see if there's a couple I can switch out. So we are good. I still have to get ready for my next craft show. It's like, I don't know when I'm supposed to do all this. I am really running out of time. I probably should have done something other than just cook all weekend. I've cooked. So we have a Cafe Serenity for Kimberly. I'm just not happy with this soap, and so it is on clearance because I'm mad about it. But it's just, it doesn't have much of a scent. I think it's supposed to smell kind of like a coffee, but it doesn't really smell like much of anything to me. I'm sure it's going to be a fine soap. And another white tea and sage. Oh, I need to grab one of these for my shower. I'm almost ready for a new one. I'm really trying to get it in this box here, guys. Oh, I did it. She's tight. Let me just make sure I have everything. 4 conditioner bars, guys. That's amazing. So Kimberly, she's getting a couple of samples too because she ordered such a large order. I have a Blackberry Magnolia. I'm going to put 2 in here because they're kind of small and thin. What do I have a thing of? Patchouli Rain. Would she like a Patchouli Rain? I don't know, Kim. Whew. Is that Patchouli Rain? Or is that Perfectly Manly? I think I overdid the fragrance on Perfectly Manly this time. It's a, yeah, that's perfect. It's a little strong this time. I forgot how absolutely horrendously strong that fragrance is. And I normally don't put 5% in there. I usually do like 4.5% of my soaping oils. And I think I used almost 6 because I've kind of started going up to 6%. Just because I feel like some of my soaps aren't quite strong as much as I would like for them to be. So most of the time I do 6% anymore. Let me write her a little thank you. Oh my. All right, last box to pack. So Kim got free shipping, and I had mentioned earlier that I don't have automatic free shipping, but I do have a coupon code that there's a banner that tells you that free ship will give you free shipping. I'm really trying to get that back to being automated, but I have to actually talk to my wholesale customer because I can't do wholesale and pay for free shipping. And so it's just one of those things that I don't know how to charge her shipping when everybody else gets free shipping over a certain amount. And it doesn't really work out that well for me to be able to do this. So I'm just trying to figure that out. But other than that, it is free shipping. You just have to put the code in. All right, so my last order goes to Lori. I think this might be her first order. Let me look. Yes, as far as I know. Now, sometimes people will use a different email and it shows only one order when they've ordered on a different email or something. All right, Lori, thank you for your very first order. All right, so Lori has my liquid hand soap, lemon verbena. This smells really good. I adore this, and I think it has such a wonderful skin feel for your hand. So I have she has ordered 2 of these. I do have to make more liquid soap. I do have a customer. She also does a custom order of, it's called Sunset. I used to make it a long time ago. It's nice and orange and it smells really good. She uses that pretty exclusively, and she buys like 16 ounces or 32 ounces at a time, I think. So I need to get that made up for her soon. I had to order some more potassium because my potassium's like 2 or 3 years old, and I just don't think it's gonna be good. I may tape that video just because it's been so long since I've done a liquid soap. But I do have something I've purchased that I think will increase the shelf life of my potassium. So stay tuned for that, and I will share that item with you. It's really cool. She has a lavender apricot soap. So I don't know if you guys have noticed my new labels. There is a reason for that, and I will share that with you also with my new labels. So some of my labels are quite the colorful, you know, busy labels, and some of them are the simple labels. I've gone to the simple labels. I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up. This top in cursive, I changed the font. So this is the original label. I've just made this name a little bit bigger and the font a different cursive that's a little bit bigger and more bold. Actually, it's kind of like this. So that's the new font on the sample, and this was the sample before. So I just feel like that font is a lot easier to read. It's not as gritty, but I think reading and being able to see the difference in the different products is more important than that. I really like this scent. I get this lavender apricot scent from Micah's and More. I don't know that I love how that's sitting. I'm trying to protect these things. She ordered Lavender Woods shampoo bar and an Icy Shine conditioner bar. I only have the one conditioner bar at this moment. I'm debating on having different scents and different formulas for all my different hair types. I just haven't gotten there yet. And then a solid dish soap refill. No, not a refill. I'm glad I saw that. Not a refill, because I'm thinking this is her first order and she's ordering a refill? That's weird. No, she's ordering a full set. Hang on. I would have felt horrible if I had made that mistake. So she ordered the crock with the soap in it and the brush. So let me see if I can actually get this all in this box or not. I may have to do some finagling. I think I'm gonna have to go up a size in my box, so hang on just a second. So it's a 6x6x6 box. I literally bought this specifically for my Bath Bomb of the Month Club, which I was gonna pack up tonight too, but I don't think I've got it in me to do that tonight. I've got a good week before that has to go out the door. So I'm just going to take my time and do that another day. I was going to do that with you guys, but no, it's not going to happen today. So I'm going to get the shampoo bar and the conditioner bar back down here on the bottom, and her soap. And let's see. I'm going to try to cushion this crock. Oh, I have bubble wrap. I'm going to wrap it. I need to actually purchase some bubble wrap. I only ever use it when I have leftover or a shipment. And all of the shipments have started using the brown paper instead of bubble wrap, which is totally understandable. Hopefully that will protect that. Put the brush in here. I think I like this. I don't know. I hope it gets there okay. I'm going to put quite a bit of shred in here just to protect those bottles. I'm actually going to kind of get that surrounding that bottle. Lots of shred. It doesn't look like I'm going to get my tissue paper closed. I'm not. All right, let's see. Soap sample. I think that's orange bergamot. That's a nice one. I'm gonna do that one. I think she got free shipping too. Oh crap, I forgot my tallow. Did I grab it? I almost forgot the tallow balm. Yeah, she got free shipping. Let me go grab that. I don't know what is wrong with me today. I've been doing too many things. Too much going on today. And I've been worried about getting these all boxed up all day long. Gosh, that's 2 things I almost messed up on one order. I'm just thankful I caught it. I do normally go through an order several times to make sure I haven't missed anything. And another thing I like to do, because I tend to forget or not see when they order 2 things. So anymore, that's the very first thing I look at is quantity of any one item. That's going to fit in there perfectly. Just a tiny bit more shred on top of that tallow. So the tallow is my face balm. I've changed the name a couple different times. Right now I'm calling it a whipped tallow balm / butter because there is no water in it. It's a really good balm / butter. I love it. I use it specifically for skin issues. I know I have several customers that use it on their face. And if my friend Sharon doesn't get her order in soon, it's going to be out of stock again. And she's been waiting for it to come in stock. And I texted her a week ago. Said I have it. I need to probably set one back for her. I think I need to contact her and see if how many she wants me to set back for her. I don't get them made up very quickly when I run out. I'm re-looking at this thing again. Oh gosh. So this is her first order, and I really do put a very heartfelt note on a first order because it's just, it really touches my heart when somebody orders. I mean, every order is so important and so meaningful, and in it, I don't take any order for granted, guys. And somebody that places their trust in me for such a big order for the first time, or somebody that like Kim that just keeps ordering over and over again, it just, I could come to tears with gratitude that I have for all of these orders. It's just, I have no words. I could ramble on for 5 minutes and still not say anything, so I'm going to shut up and write this note. I'm sure this was another long one. I'm getting in the habit of giving you guys really long videos, but I hope you enjoyed sitting with me and packing up some orders and talking about my rooms and my new obsession with bread. I go from keto to obsessed with making bread. I'm going to get all of these packages out the door tomorrow. I usually just take them to work and put them in the outgoing mail. They're so nice to me there. So nice to me. I have a wonderful company, hospital that I work at, and they're good. They're good to me. So thanks for being here. I really do appreciate you guys so much spending a little bit of your time with me. I know time is precious, and the fact that you spend some of that with me warms my heart. So thanks for that, and I will see you next week.